Has San Diego Football Club, have they resuscitated Chucky Lozano's career internationally?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think he was on the way out of the national team, regardless of the fact, and this is again going against what I just said, playing in Europe because he wasn't getting enough minutes with Napoli. He gets shipped off to PSV. He had a very good season with PSV, but injuries have always been an issue with him. They haven't; those issues have not abandoned him in MLS. He did pick up a couple of knocks this season, but I think just the fact that he's playing on one of the top three teams in MLS, and having a starring role in that offense. He's really lifted up the players around him and just been such a boon to guys like Anders Dreyer, who, again, have been fantastic in his own right. And I think just, at this point in time, Mexico's approach is a little different than the US's in saying, all right, you're not playing in Europe, you're not playing in Liga MX, but we still need to see what you got. Because you might just be one of the top 25 players in our player pool right now. So we're not going to make any excuses as to why we're not calling you up potentially. So I think he made his move at the right time in the sense that he couldn't be too, um, it wouldn't be too questioned at that point whether he was playing in MLS, just that he was playing well, I think. Uh, as I said earlier, Mexico's number nine, their top number nine, Raul Jimenez, is a guy that's going to be 35 by the time the World Cup rolls around. So you can't really be too picky when you've got players like Chucky Lozano that are doing well. And oh, by the way, I think Chucky Lozano isn't even 30 yet, or it might be 30 by the
Just
next
turned,
World
yeah.
Cup. So yeah, so again, it really speaks to the current state of the attacking players that Mexico can call upon, that Chucky Lozano is getting another chance. But I would say that it's deserved because he's playing some of his best football, some of his best soccer in a team on a team, I should say, that is doing very, very well, and a lot of that has to do with him. So it's deserved for sure.
Yeah, and I will run the risk of sounding like a homer here, but 10 international players from San Diego that went all over the world. Some of these guys were off the radars, and I love Sebastian Salazar, and I love Hercules Gomez. But I do remember watching when Chucky was announced. They were like, "This is a sad moment for him. Like, this is sad. It makes them sad as fans of the Mexican national team that his career was over in their interpretation of that decision to leave Europe to come to Major League Soccer." And he's, and I'm not saying that because, like I said, I love Seb and Herc, but like that was a prevailing thought about that decision that essentially Irving was ending his international career by choosing to come and play Major League Soccer. And the exact opposite has happened, which I think, even though I'm no fan of the Mexican national team, as you know, I think that's a great success story. I objectively think that is really becoming a great success story should he stay healthy for next summer, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think history tells us that their reaction was not unwarranted. We've had several
100%.
cases of players that have gone to MLS. Their level has gone down. Rafa Marquez, back in the day with New York, with the Red Bulls, Giovanni Dos Santos in LA, Jonathan Dos Santos, his brother, Hector Herrera with the Houston Dynamo. His career only rebounded with the national team as soon as he went back to Liga MX and won a title with Toluca. We've had several cases of players over the last 10, 15 years that tell us that whenever a Mexican international goes to MLS, the most likely occurrence is that his level of play is going to go down. It didn't happen with Chucky. That means that he's hungry for more. He's not just, happy cashing that check for club and country. He wants to make a difference. That's the type of mentality you want from your players, regardless of where they play, right? So I think it's just definitely a success story. I think it bodes very well for him that he's making a playoff push and potentially an MLS Cup push with San Diego FC. And, it's just a great story all around. So if he's able to parlay that into success with the Mexican national team a second time or third time around, whatever, it's going to play well in the annals of history when he retires as potentially one of the greats in Mexican soccer.